Hello, and welcome to another week's weekly vlog. As you can see, I am somewhere a little bit different today. I am currently sat on the balcony of P&O's Brittania and we are off on our cruise. I have spoken about this before, that this holiday is primarily for Nana, who wanted to go away, and oh boy. Our journey down, so we drove from Leicester to Southampton last night, which took a lot longer than expected, but we finally got here. We stayed at the Leonardo Hotel, which used to be the Jury's Inn. Now, don't think I'd recommend it. I'm not going to go into too much detail, don't want to start the vlog on a downer, but maybe I'll speak about it once we're home. But yeah, it's been a very stressful 24 hours. However, we are here, we are in our cabin. I'm going to insert a clip here of me when I first walked into the cabin, because I don't think I was very coherent. I have just got into the cabin and I need to share this with you before we trash the room. I say trash the room, you know what I mean. I've just left Tom and Nana upstairs, and yeah, I'll show you my outfit in the mirror and then I'll show you around. So the safety announcement is playing at the moment. Look at this bathroom. First of all, walk-in wardrobe. Oh my god. We requested the toilet riser for Nana, and that's here. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've never been on a cruise before. So this will be Nana's bed. And then there's chocolate. There is binoculars, there's a sofa. This will be turned into my bed at night.
Shout man overboard and inform a crew member immediately.
Oh my god. So let's go out onto the balcony.
Washing your hands regularly provides simple and effective protection. Please wash and dry your hands at the toilet facilities.
Oh my god. So like I say, we're sailing for 7 nights on P&O's Brittania to the Norwegian fjords. And right now all I can see is Southampton dock, which, no offence Southampton, but isn't as pretty as the fjords will be. I will say P&O have been fantastic. We opted not to have their kind of special assistance with Nana, as we just prefer to push her wheelchair ourselves. We had a situation on an aeroplane holiday a few years ago when she was split up from us, which was fine at the time, but obviously now with her Alzheimer's I just don't ever want to risk that. So we arrived at the port. Now this is where I think P&O get complaints. When you book with P&O you get an embarkation time. Ours was at 12:30. We arrived at the terminal at 12:20, which was fine. The person in front of us, their embarkation was at 3 o'clock and they were told they would have to wait till 3 o'clock. There are a lot of people to get on the ship, so I get it, but they weren't very happy. Anyway, I think it took us about half an hour from getting to the terminal. You drop your bags and we whizzed through security and we were onto the ship in no time. Our cabin is just wonderful. I've got my long time no see t-shirt on, which I bought from Age UK, and I plan to this week read at least 2 books. I have just started. I've got The Cruise by Catherine Cooper, and I've also got The Cruise by Caroline James. One is a thriller, which I'm not sure if I should be reading that, and one is a chick flick, women's fiction. There is also a library on board, which I'm going to go and visit soon, which is open 24 hours. So if I can't sleep, you know where you'll find me. Nana was just in there having a nap, because at 97 you need a nap whether you're on a cruise ship or wherever. Yeah, so come along with me for a week of adventures. Good morning. I look rough. It is 10 to 8. I fell asleep about 11 and I woke up every hour, so I'm feeling it this morning. However, Tom and Nana are still fast asleep, so I've come out to the balcony and I just cannot get over the fact that all I can see, look at this. So I'm tempted to go and stick some clothes on and go for a wander. Say clothes, I've got my PJs on. But yeah, I don't really know what to do with myself because mine and Tom's bed is the sofa bed, so I have to climb over him to get out, but yeah. Ooh. I'll show you around if I do anything. So, I've actually got changed now. I think I told you that it was 10 to 8. I can't remember what time I told you, but the ship has gone forward an hour. So it's now 8:45 ship time. And I'm just sat on a sun lounger up by the Serenity pool. And I can't believe how, peaceful it is up here. There's literally barely anyone else around, and there's just a really nice breeze. Oh, and it's lovely sat in the sun. So I'm gonna go and wake Tom and Nana up in a minute and go and have some breakfast. But I sat and had a coffee, and then might see if I can persuade either of them to come up here with me. Good afternoon. I don't think I've spoken to you since this morning. Nana is having a nap and I am on the balcony. I feel like I skipped a big chunk of today, but I went in the pool. I did not think that on my Norway cruise I would be sat in swimwear in the pool, but there you have it. I have been feeling a bit travel sick today, so yeah, just trying to take it easy. And right now over the balcony you can barely see the sea because it's so foggy. So I'll update you later. You ready for the show, Nana? So sometimes I screw up, okay. Good evening. I didn't film very much earlier. I think I showed you my posh dress, but now we're back in. I don't know if you can see, but it is very bloody choppy out there. And to all the people that say that you don't get seasick on a cruise ship, you most definitely do get seasick on a cruise ship. It is, oh, I have felt so nauseous. I'll show you the tablets that I've been taking though because they really work. But yeah, I'm still not sure about this when you can see no land. We are literally in the middle of the sea right now. So yeah, I will probably give you an update tomorrow. But I'm going to go and get into bed with my book. Good morning from Stavanger. We have arrived in our first port of the cruise, and as you can see there are all these little houses just here and then these big high-rise buildings up there. I have already been awake for 2 hours. I'm sure you'll have seen I went and sat and read my book while having a cup of tea. So I've just got Nana ready and we're going to go and have breakfast. morning from a beautiful but chilly Norway. We're currently cruising up to Olden, I believe. It was really nice. Last night was the first night that I went to sleep when it was sea outside, and I opened the windows this morning to this beautiful scenery. I'll probably put some in. I've been up to the top deck this morning taking some footage, but I was having problems with my camera, so yep. What did I want to talk to you about? So far we're really enjoying the cruise. Last night we took Nana to, there is the crystal room where they do kind of ballroom style dancing, and instead of it just being like a show that you watch, it's a lot of people get up and join in with the dancing. There's dance classes in the day that you can learn, and last night we were just really enjoying watching them. Although Nana did say to me that she prefers the classic waltzes, which some of them were, over the modern foxtrot. Well, I don't think I'd particularly class the foxtrot as modern, but there you have it. Strange coincidence, bear in mind there's probably over 3,000 people on the ship. Yesterday Nana was in the toilet, and they have, like, as you go in, you've got male, female, and then the disabled one there. So I try and just stand outside to give her a little bit of privacy where possible. Some of the doors are like automatic doors that open, so I don't then, because as soon as they open everybody would see everything. But I got talking to this lady, and we could hear Nana singing from inside the loo. She always sings on the toilet, and the lady smiled and I smiled. I was like, oh, so I don't think I said sorry, I just smiled and I said, yeah. I said she's got Alzheimer's, so she sings on there. And then the woman started talking to me about her partner who's in respite while she's here. And I said to her, you know, that this dementia stuff is difficult for us as two 30-year-olds to look after Nana, and you know, don't judge yourself. I'm sure you've done the best for him. She said, I know, I'm just worried about him. And I said, of course you are, kind of thing. Anyway, this morning I go down to the buffet, and there's loads of hot water taps to get the tea from, but a lot of them aren't working. So I had a little bit of an interaction with this lady, and then just got chatting, as you do, about coffee. I said I wish they had you know how in some like hotel buffets when you're abroad they have a machine that has like lattes and cappuccinos. I said I'd really love a good coffee with my breakfast. We got talking about how we'd been spoilt at home with our coffee machine, which Tom got during lockdown, yada yada yada. Got talking with both NHS. And then I don't know how we got onto the subject, but I said something about Nana had said something. And then she said, yeah, we're here with my mum, and my stepdad's in a respite home while we're here. And I said, I think I was talking to your mum yesterday. So, small world. I mean, it's a massive ship. I still haven't quite got my head around the scale of it, I don't think. I went to the spa yesterday, and I had this, I think it was called an R3 pain therapy massage, and oh my god, if I could take that woman home, I would. So it was like it was a hot and cold therapy massage, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but when I went to Morocco back in September I had a massage, and for the next few days I could barely move. I felt like this woman had absolutely pummeled me, whereas this woman seemed to understand that. I think her name was Roslyn or Roslyn. I'll check that out, because if you're on a P&O cruise, I would definitely, I say P&O because if you're on this one and she's here, I would definitely recommend her. But yeah, it was like she did a massage with hot stones and then put this cooling gel on, which was so good. She did try to sell it me at the end, but the cooling gel was £42, which, yeah, I don't spend a lot of money on cosmetic-y beauty things as it is, but I think I'll be looking out for a cheaper alternative to that. I think that's all I've really got to show you. Oh no, as this is a book channel, I suppose I should talk about the book that I finished yesterday. So I finished The Cruise by Catherine Cooper, and let me just say, this was a ride. When I was in the I booked to go to the hydrotherapy suite yesterday, which is kind of like a mini spa. There's steam room, sauna, there is an ice room that was out of order. There's these like hot, dry flotation beds, which were amazing. But I was sat reading, and this woman sat next to me, she's like, oh, I've read that one, it's a good one. And I don't disagree, it is a good book. Well, right, let me put it this way. It kept me gripped from the beginning. Every time I thought that I'd work something out, the tables turned again. It went off on about 50 different tangents, but it was all wrapped up neatly at the end. I hate when there was one bit in it that I was getting really near the end and I thought that's going to have been a red herring, but then it clicked into place. So it was all wrapped up nicely. I think I'm going to go with a 3-star on it though. I think if we were going for the kind of pace and my enjoyment of it, it would be higher, but objectively I really didn't like the way that bisexuality was talked about in this book. There were a couple of characters that were promiscuous and they were the ones that would sleep with male or female. It was a bit like, not, you know, the old stereotypical thing. And also the kind of mental health representation. I think in a lot of thrillers it's just part and parcel that you'll get the author using someone's mental health as the reason, and just, it wasn't the worst representation I've ever seen done. It wasn't so bad that it made me want to throw it across the room, but it was just, yeah, it was uncomfortable to read at times, and it was like, yeah, I don't know. I think the author tried to have some of the other characters being compassionate about the mental health tropes, but it just didn't quite fit for me. So that's that. I am now going to start reading The Cruise by Caroline James, which is a women's fiction friendship kind of novel. So that'll be something different. Yeah, and I'll be back when I've got something to share with you. Good afternoon. I am in Flam. You can see the ship behind me, and yeah, I'm just going for a walk around to see what's about. I've been swimming this morning. I was the only one in the pool because It is raining and it is cold, but what can you do? So I'm just going into this souvenir shop and see what we find. Good morning from Haggerson. I have just been in the jacuzzi up on the deck and pretty much everybody is walking past in like their big raincoats and things. If I'm looking around a little bit, I am sat on the Lido deck, which is quite quiet at the moment, but I'm still not used to vlogging in public. So yeah, just being in there, I am pretty cold, but it was so worth it coming in, seeing mountains. From what I can see, Haggersand isn't as picturesque as Flam, Olden and Stavanger were. This is a much bigger port. Not sure what we're going to do today. With it being so rainy, probably won't go off the ship. I don't know. Tom probably still will, but depends what we do with Nana. So I'll see you later. So I didn't finish the vlog. Hello, so this is a week later and I have just finished editing the vlog, and I realised that gradually as the week went on I filmed less and less kind of talking to the camera stuff. That's for a few reasons really. I was struggling to sleep. Nana snores and yeah, I was struggling to get a full night's sleep in the room with her and Tom, so I was getting up quite early, which is when you saw me film a few of the clips. And then just we had a lot of issues fighting for lifts and things, so it turned out that actually vlogging wasn't that easy. However, I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. I do think that I got some good footage. I am going to put a video live possibly at the same time, just of the time lapses that I did of the Norwegian fjords, so if you're interested in that I'll link it above. I did just want to pop on and finish reviewing the books that I took, because this whole thing was supposed to be a reading vlog about reading cruise fiction on a vlog. So I think that I did a review of this one while I was on the cruise, but if I didn't, I'll just wrap it up here quickly. So this was The Cruise by Catherine Cooper. This kind of let me down in the fact that a lot of the action happened off the cruise. It was a lot of backstory, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted a kind of closed murder mystery on a cruise ship, and while this was fun, it kept me gripped. It did get a little bit ridiculous in the way that thrillers sometimes do, where there was just twist after twist after twist. But actually, I still enjoyed this. I enjoyed the experience of reading it. And if you want a easy to read holiday thriller, then this will be for you. yeah, I think that's all I can really say about this one. Now, the other book that I read on the cruise was The Cruise by Caroline James. And I wasn't sure going into this book. When I start reading it, they have a plus size character that I thought was a little bit stereotypical. I am going to say that. You know me, I'm a real stickler for plus size representation done well. There was very much of the trope that she was unconfident and that she was always eating, and the other two characters kind of judged her for that, or like there'd be side eyes because Jane was eating again and Jane would say that she's starving. And yeah, I didn't like that bit, but apart from that, I really got into this book. There were some larger than life characters in this in more ways than one. There was a character who I grew really fond of because it was, I don't think it was ever like said that yes, he had dementia, but it was alluded to. And from some of the things, I did think at first that the author was going to go in the way of kind of making fun of him, and that obviously didn't sit right with me. But actually, as the book went on, you could tell that the author really loved all of the characters and treated them all with care. This was a really fun book all about this Caribbean luxury cruise that our three characters go on. And I actually think I'm going to keep this book in my collection. I think I would definitely like to read it again. The other one will be going to the charity shop. But yeah, really enjoyed that. And then I just thought I'd share with you, this is Midnight by Amy McCulloch, and this doesn't come out until June. This will also be in my this month's wrap up and my June recommended reads, but Michael J. Books did send me this one to take with me on the cruise, but unfortunately it didn't come in time. Not going to go into too much detail because, like I say, I'll be talking about it in a couple of upcoming videos, but this was a 5-star. This is exactly the kind of cruise thriller that I was looking for, where it's a closed circle mystery thriller that happens actually on a cruise. So that's all for this video. I'm going to get this wrapped up so I can get it uploaded. I am going to do a sit down video once I've got my thoughts together a little bit more about our experiences of first time cruisers and whether we would recommend P&O Brittania, travelling with Nana, all of that kind of thing. So if you do have any questions for me for that video, leave them down below here. I will be glad to answer them. You've got about a week, I'd say, on that one until I start filming for it. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please do give it a like and subscribe below. It means the world to me when people do that. And until next time, look after yourselves. Bye.